we are chatting to members of System of a Dhoon, as in Dhoon Glen, but also System of a Down. Yep, see what they've done there? And also Kinrage, which is the Rage Against the Machine tribute act, full of Kinrades. So more of that in just a moment, but we have spoken about Kinrage before, Kinny, so you just have to sit there for a minute, all right? So shush for now. Okay, it's all about your son. Nick, you said you were happy to take questions, so I'm going to throw some at you. So first of all, when did System of a Doon get together?
We only got together, it was about, I think, 4 months ago, maybe a little bit more. Ash was chatting in the pub that he'd got together with a singer and wanted to do some System of a Down songs, and I was like, well, I'm definitely interested in that. He was like, oh, but would you be willing to play bass? So I was like, yeah, of course, it's like a guitar but with less strings, so why not?
Oh, your dad's going to be so upset.
You out of the will.
Yeah. No, so like I've played bass before in bands, so I was really keen to get involved, and I love System of a Down. So then we also got Darren, who's the drummer from Kinrage, on board as well.
So there's a bit of a crossover between the two bands that are playing, which is pretty darn cool. I mean, actually, tell us about your singer then, because as we know, I mean, the vocals, well, all the instruments and everything, there is some quick-fire stuff going on in System of a Down, so you've really got to get this right, haven't you?
Yeah, absolutely. So singer is Rich Little, who's former Porn Monkey frontman, so he's well-versed with, I guess, some weird and fun lyrics. Massive System of a Down fan himself, so he was the first one that I approached at the start of the year, but no, he's very much up to the task, and he can't wait for our first gig next Friday.
Is this a bit of a dream come true for you?
I love System of a Down, I love playing gigs, and I've not played in years, so to be able to combine the two, and play at the Villa, which is arguably one of the better stages you can play on the island. Yeah,
it's really cool, exciting. Isn't it? It is exciting. And when did you last gig then?
So I actually played at a friend's wedding anniversary last year, just with a bunch of friends, aptly named the Beagles, because we played Beatles and Eagles covers.
Very good. I'm very different to System of a Down.
Very much so. But before that, probably 2012 in this year's winner is.
Oh my word, that long ago.
Yeah.
That is such I can't believe it's that long ago. That's crazy. 2012.
11 years ago.
Yeah. That is absolutely bonkers. And Nick, tell us, because we've not spoken to you before on the live line, so tell us a bit about your kind of background in music here on the island.
Yeah, so I've played in bands, I think since I was probably about 17, like mostly playing in like originals bands, just love playing guitar, love writing my own music. So then I think over the last kind of couple of years doing the Kinrage stuff has been brilliant, because I think you can burn out quickly writing your own material.
It can be really exhausting in so many ways, can't it?
So then actually being able to dig into someone else's sound and spend, and especially for the Kinrage stuff, so for figuring out what Tom Morello's doing on guitar takes a good while. So to actually get really stuck into that has been like really good fun.
And you've grown up around music, obviously, I think pretty much your whole family play, which is, it kind of helps, doesn't it?
Like, I mean, growing up, like Dad always had music on, so I was always exposed to music that people my age probably wouldn't have been listening to, like Infectious Grooves, Living Colour, stuff like that. I remember having taken a tape of Dad's when I would have been about 9 or 10, and there was all this really weird, cool stuff on it. So that's just amazing. But we always knew when we were kids, you don't touch Dad's basses.
It's still the same, Nick.
Yeah, still the same.
Nothing's changed.
Is he not allowed to play them at all?
Yeah, of course he is now.
Because he can.
Yeah.
Before he
Seriously
goes,
can.
Don't go near him. Yeah. Is he better than you, Paul? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
I know.
I've seen how fast he plays bass as well. So that is saying something. It is terrifying. I mean, do you remember your first gig actually, Paul? I mean, how long ago was it?
Well, I think it was back in 1904. I think it was. My first gig was at the Majestic with the Klutz Heifer Band.
The what? Sorry.
The Klutz Heifer Band.
I've never heard of that one.
Yeah, that was back in the 80s.
At
some point, I can't remember when it was exactly. Yeah.
I don't remember the name of it, but I love it. I love the name of it. I'm going to have to look him up now.
Docker from DC-80, he was the guitarist in it.
No.
That was our first band, the two of us, yeah.